More evidence of zero credibility. Who's in charge of this telepathy? The telepathy that comes out of my output and the audio, because clearly they don't report honestly and don't represent audio honestly or telepathy honestly. One, I only get mad when people attempt murder on me, sexually assault me with implantable devices, shock my brain and nervous system repeatedly. Eventually, after 12 to 17 hours of that for 5 years and 5 months, eventually I may flip out sometimes. But that's about it. Two, I'm only rude to people who are rude to me. People who say rude stuff to me, like the stuff they're complaining about, they say that to me first. And then I just say, look, you have zero respect for human life. You're a professional rapist and disabled abuser, and you sexually abuse disabled people for a profession. I would say you're that, not me. You're that. And then, yeah, I'm only rude to people trying to murder me, and rude to people destroying my trying to destroy my property or destroying it. Rude to people repeatedly shocking my brain in different regions of my brain, trying to disrupt function or trying to encroach on me and my privacy while I'm just trying to mind my own business and work on some thought or idea. I'm only rude to people who are shocking my heart or shocking my genitals or firing gamma radiation at me all night when I'm trying to sleep. They'll literally sit there firing their little lasers and beams at my back, just trying to piss me off. They'll all get caught right now. It's in my mind. I'm Alexander Surya Gianni. But yeah, I'm not mean to anyone. I'm always just chilling, trying to do my thing, work on my thoughts. And then these kids just sit there bombarding me with telepathy, trying to course negativity out of me and saying rude shit and just assaulting me repeatedly. And they keep assaulting me until I just eventually react. And then they just lie to idiots and control the information. They don't report audio honestly. They don't report telepathy honestly. So what is this game of bullshit these guys are playing and this nonsense I'm a victim of? And who the hell are these reporters or investigators? Because let me put it this way, they have zero credibility, bet my life on it. So never fall for their nonsense and their lies. These guys are such lying snake bullshit artists. It's pathetic and it's creepy now. And yeah, they clearly don't report audio honestly or telepathy honestly. If that's actually a debate and the whatever argument assault they just hurled my way, I can't even believe that would even be a point to argue if they actually heard what I said. So they're liars, and I'm fed up with their nonsense and misrepresentations, their turnarounds. All they do is sit around doing turnarounds all day. The things I say out loud in my room, they retort as if the statements I make outside inside my room to these telepathy people talking out loud. They'll type under their name and then I guess pretend whatever they're saying to me, it's me saying to them, and then they respond with the words I say under their name is their hustle. So they do that all the time. They call it a turnaround. It's fucking annoying. And then all day long, they just sit around doing animosity cultivation hustles where they sit at some telepathy booth and then just impersonate my mind, or they have a fake account of me and impersonate me and just talk shit to people and say horrible things and pretend it's me saying these things when it's not. I'm typically just minding my own business, just trying to, or I'm typically just chilling, working on ideas, or writing to law enforcement, or bitching to the president, or bitching to law enforcement. And now recently I've been on Twitter bitching and minding my own business as usual. These people are just encroaching on my privacy daily with their synthetic telepathy and their implantable devices and their neurophysiological assault and torture. And then they sit around stealing my property all day and pretending my data is theirs. And then they actually fight with me over my data daily, pretending they make my ideas and thoughts. It's really creepy. And I literally have to like defend my property daily and debate about ownership of my own property. It's really weird. I'm like, look, it's got my name on it. I got track changes. They even then tamper with evidence, change font colors, hack track changes, change creation dates. But law enforcement has a lot of my original documents, key point, before they tampered. And if you do digital forensics analysis on my computer and the documents, you'll reveal evidence of hacking and tampering because these guys are such poser, weirdo, serial killer, psychopath stalkers. It's just so scary now. I don't even know what to say anymore. That they're not. I can't believe anyone is stupid enough not to arrest these guys, and stupid enough to not recognize how mentally unstable and unfit to be in society these guys are committing these crimes on me. They're literally threats to humanity and threats to human life. They're threats to themselves. Let me put it that way. So don't fall for their nonsense. Yeah, never fall for their turnarounds. Never fall for their animosity cultivation tactics through repeated impersonation. A lot of the time I have to interject and say manufacturing, impersonation, not my mind. I have to like sit there and say that sometimes when I can hear the receiving end of the telepathy and this and that. And then they like to, sometimes they'll let me respond and then they'll throw in some 2 cents or throw in a name. And I'm like, I'm not talking about that person. I'm talking about you. Or they love their little implying hustle where they'll talk shit to me, and then I'll talk shit to you, talk shit to them, and they'll be like, "I'm person X," and I'm like, "I don't give a fuck who you are," and then they'll be like, "He said blah 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 about person X," so they're fucking crazy and retarded. It's just their little world is a realm of bullshit and misinformation and just outright slander and misrepresentation. And I'm kind of fed up with people being stupid enough to fall for it. It's one lie after another. I'm really just chilling. And anything I say that's rude or mean is about them and the people shocking my genitals, shocking my brain, shocking other regions of my brain, shocking my peripheral nervous system, threatening to R my sisters, my ex girlfriend, threatening to R my future wife or who I don't even have a future wife and threatening to harm my dog, threatening to harm my family, and just sitting there threatening me, talking shit to me all day. And then I just talk shit back and tell them to eat shit. And I'm not on the phone. I'm talking out loud in my room, like typically looking at right here, above my window where some of these shitbags telepathy localizes to. And I'm just like, fuck you, leave me alone. You're fucking crazy. And yeah, they say rude shit to me, and then I verbally slap them, and then they get all butt hurt, and they like to use their turnarounds. It's really creepy now. But yeah, oh, and they love to do this. They, for some reason, have this obsession with acting like their nonsense affects people, and they sit there and make shit up and manufacture evident images and fire them at the neural implant that I see in the mind's eye, manufacturing, and then they act like it affects me, and it really doesn't. They'll even manufacture neurophysiological cues to act like it affects me, or they'll manufacture fake reactions with their little projector they act out in front of, and then they somehow make it look like me and act like they enraged me. They're so weird. It's creepy. I don't even know who the idiots are who fall for these kids crap, but it's pathetic and weird now. So they actually act like they can affect people with their nonsense. I mean, they can enrage you by repeatedly assaulting you, but their little mental attacks are just pathetic. And they're just weirdos. And they have this delusion. They think they know things about people when they don't, and they actually rely and they know they rely on known liars and known evidence manufacturers who told over 100,000 lies or more and got caught in like 100,000 lies or more, and then they still rely on their information, so that's evidence of psychiatric illness and that they're potentially delusional. But yeah, don't fall for their bullshit. It's creepy. And no, anytime I react or get enraged, it's typically after 12 to 17 hours of repeated assault, threats, shocking of my heart, genitals, brain, things of that nature. And when they say stupid shit to me, I'm like, leave me alone. You're a weirdo. I don't even want to say it anymore, but it's ridiculous. Yeah, don't fall for their nonsense. They love to manufacture fake reactions. Let me put it this way: all day long, they have people stalking me 24/7, interacting with my nervous system, trying to throw off these people who rely on these neurophysiological cues. So all day long, they're sitting there trying every interaction. They're trying to manufacture some fake association, claiming they're thorough. They ain't thorough. They're just manufacturing bullshit all day. Like I'll read something, they'll start firing images in my mind and manufacturing a cue or a genital mutilation cue. I mean, it's really a genital cue, but and they'll be like, "Oh, it's a fudge factory. It's a fudge shop." They literally just sit there fudging data, selling this idea of being thorough because of volume, but they're really just sitting there manufacturing bullshit to idiots all day. Don't be an idiot. They're Elmer Keebler Incorporated. Don't fall for their nonsense. Praise Jesus. It's fucking creepy. It's creepy now. I mean, these people are just so scary. It's mind boggling. Bet my life on it. Bet my life on it. Elmer Keebler Corporate Incorporated is real and it's a fudge shop. And they literally stock me 24/7 manufacturing cues, manufacturing brain maps, using implantable devices to throw off people's nervous system monitoring systems, uh, manufacturing mind outputs. They'll see me reading something and they'll fire an image. Like sometimes when I kiss my dog, like if I Facebooked Kamala Harris when I'm kissing my dog, they'll fire images of Kamala Harris and pretend like I'm thinking about her. Or anyone I message, it's just so creepy. So that's some of their hustles, and they just will fire an image at the neural implant that I see in the mind's eye. They're always interacting with the implant in my brain and always just trying to manufacture images and pretending things are on my mind that aren't. So that's their hustle. Don't be a moron. Praise Jesus.